Good evening and praise the name of Jesus, our beloved viewers. Hamjambo. I'm hoping we are well. Karibuni sana to another moment of Miles with God. My name is FAITH MWANGI. What a joy and what an honor to have another moment to experience and even to share of the goodness of God. Are you well wherever you are following us from? I'm hoping to Kosalama. The Lord have been faithful. The Lord have been gracious. This far we can only testify of the goodness of God. I am glad even to be bringing to you another moment. This is not just a show. This is what I always tell you, that it's a moment to share of the goodness of God. This is a place where our hope are going to be, brought back to life. I know some of us are going through challenges in life. I know some of us are going through ups and downs. And I know you might be going through a moment and you're feeling like this is the end of you. But we are in Miles with God, where we remind you that your life is God's intention. Your journey is God's intention. The word says, he told Jeremiah, I know the plan that I have for you. That is the amazing thing about whoever is behind your story, whoever is behind your journey. And because we are not just walking or rather living for the sake of it, we have a purpose, and the purpose of our existence is to represent the goodness, the favor, and the mercies of God. That is where we are. That is why we are here on Miles with God, to remind you this is not the end of your life. This is not the end of your journey. I don't know, and I don't care what you're going through. What is important right now, it is to remind you there are people who have gone through it, like I'm going to be bringing it tonight, and people have conquered. So you do not have a reason to feel like you cannot do it. There is a God who is holding your hand. There is a God who is a way maker. There is a God who is a promise keeper. Enough at all, he has given you the grace and he has enabled you to be existing today. It is because you are a candidate to make it. You are a candidate to go through it. You are a candidate to conquer whatever it is. So welcome tonight. Tonight I'm joined by these amazing guests. And of course, before I introduce him, I want to know where you are following us from. I want to know where you are watching us from. I want that encouragement, Yes, I want to be encouraged by you telling us, I'm watching from this and this place. And also don't forget to become a blessing to someone. Yes, by that I mean ensure you are tagging along someone. Ensure that you are sharing that link. When you work on Facebook on our channel, Oasis of Love Mwea, ensure you are sharing that link. Na pale pia YouTube, ensure that you are sharing that link. And I promise you, at the end of the day, you too are going to become a reason why someone have hope again. Before we bring on board our guests, allow me to take this opportunity and remind us that come next week, but one. I'm speaking of from day 3rd all the way to day 7. We are having this amazing conference, none other but Mounting Up Conference. And of course, it is not prepared for any other. It is prepared for you and me. And of course, we are having these amazing guests. We are having this amazing grace of God all the way from Uganda. I'm speaking of Apostle David Mayanja. And it's going to be a beautiful moment. We have the lunch hours. We have the revivals. And of course, the last day we have the evening rally, and it's going to be a beautiful moment. I don't know where you're watching us from, but I want you to go to your diary, mark the dates, plan on your schedule, and ensure that you're not missing this moment, because this is the season to mount up. Of course, you have a story to tell. How will you tell if you allow yourself to remain where you are? Allow yourself to be found. Allow yourself to come through. And as we get to the conference, we are also mounting together in whatever area of life that you feel like it is not doing okay. And so without any other say this evening, allow me to go direct to introducing my guest. I am super excited because I'm having these amazing guests. It's a young man who has gone through a journey, who have experienced the help and the mercies of God. It is such a beautiful thing, even to see that young generation can believe in God. We in that times when you speak of Abraham, when you speak of these men in the Bible, they feel like it's just a story. But it's a beautiful thing that even when we see the young generation can stand and believe and trust in God, and they still believe that it is possible for you to believe in God and have or rather live the right life. So allow me to go direct to our guest, even as I request him to introduce himself. I'm not going to be mentioning his name. Atajimension as he tell us where he's coming from and apparently what he might be doing, whether he is married or not married, and if he has a family, he will of course introduce the family, and it's going to be a blessing. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Faith.
Yes.
Yes, for this particular invitation. I don't take it for granted. To our viewers, my name is James Karaoke. Born again Christian in Oasis of Love, and I thank God for this far. I was raised and born in Samburu County, place called Maralal.
Amazing.
Yeah. I'm the last born in the family of 6, and I thank God for that. I'm a lawyer in making, and I thank God for that also.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Such a nice to have you, Akil, in the house. in the house. So thank you so much for taking our request even to come for the show to share your story. I want to believe tonight you're not just sharing a story, but you're here to encourage someone. You're here to remind someone that them that trust in the Lord, they are like Mount Zion. They cannot be shaken. You're an evidence of that which have not been shaken by the reason of trusting in the Lord. And maybe we can go back to Maralal. Of course. I want to hear a little bit of your upbringing. How has it been? The family that you come from. How was it? How was your upbringing?
Okay. As you know, Maralal is a home of nomads, the pastoralists. And it's a very dry area, the arid areas. And I was brought up in a Christian foundation. My mom and dad, they are believers. And they raised me in a godly way. And from the time that I was born, I was taken to church. So I have the church upbringing. And after that, I went to school in Maralal Primary. That is where I started my pre-primary education and also my primary education. From there, actually, to surprise you, I schooled in 4 different schools.
In your primary school?
Yes, in my primary school.
Okay.
So I started in Maralal Primary, and then up to the 207 post-violence clashes, whereby I transferred to Gitei Primary in Nyandarua. That is where my parents, they have their background in Nyandarua. So I went in Gitei Primary also, and then came back to Maralal after now the 207 clashes. From there, I joined Shaba Primary. It is still in Maralal. Then I transferred in Standard 7. I went to St. Paul's Primary, where now I did my KCPE. I scored very good marks, which I believe they are confidential.
Okay.
But I scored great marks. That even I was to be sponsored by Wings to Fly, Jomo Kenyatta Foundation, M-Pesa Foundation, and also KCB. But little did I know I never got even a single one.
Okay.
And there was some up and down, but I believe that God of the mountain is still God of the valley.
Amazing.
So I joined my high school in second term. I never went to high school in first term. So I was monolized even by monos.
Let me go back.
Okay.
Wow. So you're saying like you're in primary school, you've gone from one school to another.
Sure.
Of course, seeking knowledge and all that thing. And I love the part that you've said that you had ups and downs. Were they the reason why you are moving from one school to another, or what do you mean? And what were the reasons?
Absolutely, they were. They were because at that particular time, my parents, they were, actually I call them, they were the successful merchants back then. But you know, there are waves and they can carry anyone.
Yeah, sure.
So when waves came, I can't tell, it's a very big story and a very long story. So at some point we found ourselves that we couldn't even afford to have all of us in schools that were paid. Believe Maral Primary we were paying some costs for us to be there, and my mom used to be that hospitable mom who could even take the sons and daughters of our relatives to come and school the same school that we were in. So for us to be accommodated in the same school, we had to go to schools that were not paid. Now that were some of the reason that were cultivating me, shifting from one school to another. Yeah.
Wow. You've passed well with whatever marks ulipita.
Actually, I got 356.
Which was a big deal by then.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah. And you qualify to get an opportunity for a sponsorship with Wings to Fly and whatever foundation maybe was available by then. But now that didn't happen.
Sure.
How did that make you feel? You have really worked hard, and you were probably, when you look at your background, you're trusting God like this one should have happened, and it's not happening. How did that make you feel?
Okay, I almost gave up. Actually, I gave up because I remember at that particular time, I could tell my parents that my cousin is at school. I've not even joined.
Yeah.
They are coming to meet some. Wanakuja wananiambia, hey, you are not in school. I'll come and monolize you. We can't even call you a mono.
You're not.
You are not a mono. So like they were really giving me those desperations. And so I could lose up, but give up. But there was that inner me telling me that the God that give you that marks, He's still God that will be faithful even to you joining the best school that you want. And mind you, I never wanted to go to day school because my parents could have afforded me in day school, but I never wanted. So I had that mindset that if it's not a national school, then sub county, nothing less. Sure.
What happened eventually?
So whatever happened is that I had to come to my sister's place. Actually, she was a teacher at Keaga Secondary School. So she told my mom, why don't you allow this man to come back to where I am? Because I used to visit her occasionally. So she told my mom, let him come, then maybe we can do some tuition here and there. So that is why I came to Kirinyaga. After coming, because she was a teacher, probably she had the friends who are teachers also. And so they could come, maybe coach me on physics. That is where I came to learn what is biology, what is physics, minus now the class. You see, sijaenda class yoyote. Now I'm doing it at home. I could make my short notes and what have you.
You've never attended a single class in Form 1?
In first term.
First term.
Now we are heading to second term because I remember that time ilikuwa mwezi wa 4. So we were the shule zilikuwa zinafungwa ndio waingie second term. So now I could do the tuition work and take it so serious so that I could maybe the time that nina join second term I will not have all the confusion. At least I will have a starting point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So in your mind, are you preparing all these even when you're doing your studies, preparing for a national school? Whatever opportunity will come, I'm ready for it.
Absolutely. I'm preparing to go to a national school.
Okay.
Because I had that mindset, as I have told you, that I had that mindset. James, you are not going to a day school or even lesser than a sub-county school. If it's not a national school, then it's better you stay that way. Until ile siku watapata pesa ya kwenda national school. That is how strict I was, and I had that particular thing in my mind. Yeah.
Wow. How did you come to the reality of, or did it happen in the first place? Did you manage to go to the
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So my dad really tried, and
okay.
Credits to him wherever he is. So he really tried because they had convinced me in all ways, but mimi singekubali. So he really tried and afforded for the first term fee. Then I had to join Maral High School. I remember there are people who really contributed to me joining first Form 1 back then. There is a person called Bilakupe. Sijawahi msahau up to date. That man used to have an agrovet in nearby in our home. And so he could see me passing around and tell me that maybe I'll buy you a box when you'll be joining to school. Ile sanduku ya kubeba vitu.
Yeah.
So I was given a fee by my aunt. So wali contribute until I found myself in Maralal High School, Form 1, second term. Yeah.
How?
Okay.
Fee ilifika mwisho ama what happened?
Fee haikulipwa yote definitely. Unaona mzee amejaribu aweze kuafford kwanza ya kuingiza kichwa shule. From there si utaflow. Bursaries zitakuja kidogo kidogo and what have you. So we really tried. So when I found myself in school, nilikuwa na ile stress ya ni mara yangu ya kwanza kuingia. Sijui nani mono na sijui nani form 2 na form 3. So wote wanakaa ni kama wamezoea shule juu unaona hata form 1 mwenye amemaliza first term anaelewa shule poa.
Yeah.
So ungepata wakati naenda kuteka maji naambiwa mono unaenda kuchukua maji kama nani mono ananimonoloze. So I could get those frustrations, but they didn't deter me from achieving what I wanted. Actually, in the open eye exam, because niliingia kama Friday, Monday wako na exam, I scored B-.
Wow. Having never been in
Sure.
high school.
And mind you, I was doing a foreign language. Hiyo tu ndio ilinikalia French.
Okay.
And French niliingia nikapata wanasoma, so I was reading whatever was there. Kama sasa ni bonjour nilikuwa naisoma bonjour venye tu iko because I never had someone to coach me.
Wow.
Kwa sababu nilikuwa nimepata some tuition on physics, mathematics, maybe biology, lakini French was new because nimeenda national school na sijawahi.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it must have been amazing, like someone even monolozing you, but you umekuja na ukaanza kuwapita.
Ilikuwa kitu yenye wezi taka hata ku experience.
I know. You've gone out through the experience of a boarding school like you really desired.
Sure.
How was life? Did you continue with your high school in the boarding school or?
No. So unaona right now, okay, at that particular time, it is only my sister mwenye alikuwa amenishikilia huko Kirinyaga that alikuwa amemaliza shule. So now, hao wengine wawili and another girl mwenye alikuwa high school, bado wanasupportiwa na mzee. And they were SSP, parallel students. So it was so hard for me to continue even my studies at Maral High School. Now it came from me. Mbona ni stress ukiwa high school ingine na masomo ni ile.
Yeah.
Still can go to day school
So
na nisome.
You've come to realization I'm stretching even the parents.
The only thing that made me realize that is that now you see I was nilikuwa napelekwa tuition na walimu wa day school because Kiaga was day school. And nimeenda Maral High School and I felt like ule mwalimu alikuwa ananifunza physics, mbona ako sawa kuliko huyu? Boarding. You see, now I started comparing them. So there was that comparison, contrast and what have you. So ningepata like I bet life ya day school it's more better even than this one. So I opted
na si kujiconsole.
Hiyo sasa ni kujiambia mimi mwenyewe. Now I opted lazima nitoke hapa cause haina haja nifukuzwe for fees kila siku. So that is what now made me now shift from my mindset from a national school to even a day school, accommodating a day school. Yeah.
And you went to a day school comfortably?
Yes, comfortably. I came to Kirinyaga now because I told my mom if I'm going to a day school, not in Maralal, because now Maral High School used to be that school that una feel, niko Maral High School. So it was the only national school actually in Maralal. So ilikuwa na ile pride yake, umetoka Maral High School and then uende day school tena huko. So I felt like if I have to go to a day school, it must have in another county, not in Maralal.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I'm loving it because we are being followed by Gen Zs who are in high school.
Sure.
And you'll realize some of these challenges have actually made the relationship between the parents and these students to be chaotic. One, because they feel probably they are being denied their rights. They may not be in a position to understand what their parents are going through. Maybe even the parents are in a position,
Sure.
but you may never understand the direction that a parent, they may look at you're not performing well in these, you need to maybe a change of environment, a change of teachers and all that thing. And I want you to speak to them in a minute, because someone who would look at their parent because of such a situation and grow that bitterness towards the parents, maybe because they are being denied their rights. What can you tell them?
Okay, what I can just tell them is that it doesn't matter where you are. Education is one.
Yeah.
I mean, it is in this country that you find out that hata kama umeenda Baricho Boys, umeenda Mangu High School, the curriculum is still one. Utasoma biology, utasoma chemistry. There is nothing else yenye utafanya. So, if at all they are not in a position of affording or facilitating you to the school that you want, because there is, I believe personally, that there is no better school than the other one. If at all I made it in a day school to campus, then anyone else can make it to campus.
Wow. Did it affect your self-esteem?
Not really, but at some point, I can't really say that haiku affect, but at some point, because once niliingia day school, I had that pride that these people can't tell me anything. And then because nimetoka international school, you feel I had that pride that these people can't tell me anything. Actually, I'll serve the best in this school. But little did I know, actually, I performed the worst. Actually, I got a C+ in the first exam. Na sikuwaipata hiyo. So, at some point, there is that drift. Lakini ni kidogo.
How did you deal with that?
Actually, there is a teacher that I can give credit also. Alikuwa anaitwa Mr. Macharia. He used to praise day school. Actually, the time that I joined that particular school, it is Tumaita West, for your information. So as soon as I joined that school, he was the first teacher who came to talk to me. And he told me, let me tell you one thing, young man. I'll use the words. Let me tell you, young man, that usijione umetoka boarding school. These people wanaweza kuweka chini. And I used to tell him, no teacher, they can't. Masomo yenye niko nayo hapa nitakuwa napita. But to my utter disappointment, nilipata whatever he was telling me, whatever he alluded, came to pass. Yeah.
Wow. You are going now through the day school.
Sure.
And you still believing, I'm here to seek knowledge, and of course another thing. How did you perform for campus?
First of all, that performance made me humble.
Okay.
Ile prideness sasa iliisha. Because now I came to realize, kumbe hata hawa day school wako na masomo.
Okay.
So I now started asking them to teach me where I could perform poorly. And with that group work, you were able. Now I became the school president because of God's favor. And then after that, by the way, Pastor Koge used to be my school principal. He's a pastor spearheading Kemisha Church. So he used to be my school principal. And he used to guide us every morning, telling us that you people in a godly way, that you people leave drugs, wachanini na wasichana saa hizi. Because you know now there is that thing, uko day school, unakana a girl there, no, body temperature will, of course. So he used to tell us and guide us accordingly. So from that, nilianguka by the way high school, because nilikuwa position, I used to be position 1 ever, from Form 2 to Form 4. Apart from that particular time, nilipatanga C+. We used to do a joint exam na ningekuwa number 1. hata thumbakika. I remember there is an exam we did in Kirinyaga West sub-county. I was the person who was gifted by our area MP, Ndia constituency. So ningeenda hizo contest, I could do everything. But from 4, I was position 2.
Okay.
Nilishindwa na msichana, sitakangi kusema hiyo.
Ouch. Pole sana for that.
Sure.
But what did that teach you? And maybe what can you use that to teach someone?
I can tell them that pride comes before a fall. Kwa sababu at that particular time kila mtu alikuwa ananiambia shule, Jemo, tunajua tu wewe umeenda campus, tunajua umepita, we know that you're going to get A. Actually, my teachers, my class teacher, Mr. Modhike, he never expected something less than A. Because in my mock I got A minus. So alikuwa tu ile sure, definitely this guy is going to take us far na atapata A. But mambo ilienda tu hiyo. But I got something that took me to campus in Chuka University and doing whatever I'm doing right now.
Wow. And maybe someone is asking, maybe they were not there during the introduction, what are you doing right now? And how did you land to that? Is it it's something you are dreaming about? It's something you saw somewhere, or what inspired to whatever you're doing?
Okay. It came out of passion because I really loved whatever I'm doing right now. For that person, I'm doing law. And I used to follow, actually, even now, I love news so much. And I used to follow Senate proceedings from the start to the end. I really loved it. So the moment I was joining, the moment I got my grades, so I could tell God, I want to do law. I really want to do law. Until the time I went to school. Until the time my dad told me, because I was waiting for him to tell me what he wanted me to do. And little did I know he will say that, my son, go and do law. At least ukuwe na mtu anajulikana kwa familia. Yeah.
Wow. So it started with passion. You got someone who was pushing you into it.
Yeah.
How was it? How did you land there? Now you're pursuing it. Umeenda campus. Was it, by the way, easy? Ama it was just a walk on the park, like umeingia campus?
It was not easy kwa sababu unajua lazima.
Kwa hizi bado kuna challenges za fees and all that.
Bado ziko lakini si mingi vile. But sasa unaona kuland kwa law lazima kuna zile filters. Because KUSIPS was there to filter you. I wanted to do it in Kabarak University. But I never did it there. I wanted to do it in UON. But I never did it there. Actually, in Chuka University, we are the pioneer students.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can see it. Like, I really applied. In the 4 categories, I applied it. In the universities that I wanted. The only university I never applied for is Kirinyaga University, but the rest I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was life there? Was it now simpler? Kwa hii, you're in campus and si kama high school.
Sure.
Where you were struggling probably with your fees and all that thing. Si kama primary school where you're moving from one school to another and all that thing, experiencing the hardship at home. How was this one? Was it a softer life? Yeah. What you were dreaming about? It
was kind of soft because unajua in campus there is help. Na utapata pesa mingi. Sasa unajua umetoka high school nastukia account inaanguka 20 something thousand. First of all, lazima either pesa ikae kwa account ama iishe. Hauwezi lala na pesa hiyo siku, lazima kwanza uifanyie shopping, nyumba ijae, everything. So you understand. So life was a bit simpler in campus. But walimu kidogo wanatudanganyanga that hakuna masomo campus. My friend, there is.
Yeah.
It depends with whatever you're doing. So I tried to manage whatever I had. Kwa sababu it is true. Kila kitu inakuanga pesa ile kidogo uko nayo. How you manage it really matters. Kwa sababu ndio itaonyeshana kama inatosha ama itoshi. The little that I had, I was able to manage it. Until ikafanya life yangu campus at least ikuwe simpler as compared to high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So it was all about, were there any challenges that you are going through there apart from maybe money issues and all that? And by the way, at that particular point, are you born again?
Okay, that is a long story. Kwa sababu personally I really believed I was born again.
Wow.
Because I found myself, I've told you as we were starting this interview, that initially my parents raised me in a Christian foundation. But never was a point whereby I went to receive salvation personally.
For you, it was a culture.
It was a culture because I found myself in church.
Knowing I'm born again.
Yes.
Wow.
I really found myself in church. Na nile ya mzae huwezi kosa kwenda kanisa. So Sunday he will wake you up to enter church.
And of course right now there are people who are struggling with like kweni kuokoka ni sinaenda kanisa. See, I'm praying when others are praying. What made you feel like for you it was a culture?
Kwa sababu you know in campus nilikuwa naenda na waves. There are people who could tell you 20 freshers night utaenda mbio. Nyimbo za Major nitaimba kutoka mwanzo hadi mwisho. We could dance, we could do everything. And then because I could see people doing, I could tell myself and psych myself that si ule nani ameokoka. So kumaanisha so we are in the same category. So bado naona si ana dance, si Fei bado ana dance pale hata mimi nita dance. So that was a culture.
Wow.
But I came to understand that salvation is personal as soon as I'm done with the campus studies.
Okay.
So Nona, from first year, second year, third year, me I used to go to Mogidis.
Comfortably.
Comfortably.
Without any guilt.
Yes, and take some Moratina and still say Jesus is Lord.
Okay.
Sure.
You'll still be going to the CU.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I used to go to PCA. Juu mimi nililelewa na nikabaptizwa PCA.
Wow.
But ningasema kuna ile verse, I don't know is it in Timothy? That kidogo ni nzuri kwa kutengeneza tumbo. That is what I could psych myself with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you feel like it is personal? This thing I need it personally.
I have not told you something. That in school nilianza kuuza mikate. I'll bring you now to the particular point that I took it personal. In school I used to hustle. Mimi nilianza kuuza mkate shule. And that is what made me famous
even
in that particular school. They used to call me Cartel, by the way. Kama kuna mtu wa Chuka University yako kwa live anajua, they used to call me Cartel. Utasikia mtu tu amesema Cartel. Because I used to have a lot of money. Ningeuza mikate yangu ya BB toast and I could maybe save some 3,000 or 4,000 per day.
Yeah.
So it was a good sum of money until nikakuja ku apply for the position of the Secretary General. I did a very big campaign up to a point of winning that particular post. Nikakuwa Secretary General Chuka University. Kazi ni kuangusha memos. From now, sijui nini. Tulienda ku debate maneno ya funding model. Hata na president. I was privileged to be among the group. Enye ilienda huko. But wakati nilirudi shule, mimi nilikuwa strike. The first Secretary General in the history of Chuka University kupeleka watu strike. 2024, it is on record.
You?
Yes. The person that you're seeing here, very humble. In school, I used to be that person mwenye hangeambiwa kitu, even by the school management.
Okay.
I used to sit my VC down and tell him that, you know, Prof, we are running this school, me and you. Because you are running on management and I'm running on student. Because the Secretary General is a custodian of Chuka University students' constitution.
Okay.
And also the mouthpiece of the entire university. So if I was not pampered well, ningeamka tu asubuhi nitoe memo. And then school ingekuwa in those wrangles. So VC used to respect me and angenipigia kila angekaa siku mbili amenipigia simu. I used to be that notorious person. So wakati wengine
Yet in leadership.
Yes, yeah, in leadership. Tukatoka hapo nikaita maandamano. Kuna watoto walipata, kuna accident ilitokea. I called for maandamano. Na tukaharibu vitu za watu. Actually nilitafutwa for 5 days.
Ukiwa
exile.
Wow.
Nilikuwa nimejificha for 5 days. And when I went home, babangu ndo akaniambia, aka kakijana nimeraise kadogo ndio kamefanya mambo iharibike hata shule. Na nimekuraise kwa njia ya Ukristo. Right then akaniambia, mbona ukakuwa ni wewe, cause hata karibu ni kuwe suspended from the institution. So akaniambia, utapoteza aje masomo yako. Now it is iko karibu tutoke 4th years. So I sat down and said, by the way, ama ni venye sijaokoka. So I started now having those rhetorical questions in my mind that, are you born again? Do you really know God? Because if you did, kuna mtu wa wenyewe analia mahali because they destroyed, they looted a club called Space Q. And wakachukua vitu zote, nyama, kila kitu. They went to Marine. Now I could tell myself, kuna mzazi mahali analia because of you, because of a single memo. Why could you have allowed God to take you through? So I had those questions ringing in my mind every now and then. But I could really psych myself, bado mimi ni kiongozi. So until the time nimemaliza 4th year, that is when now I sat down and said, I have to personalize my salvation. Because I believe that ni ile saikia nimetembea na hii salvation, it is a culture. Kwetu sisi wote tumeokoka. But wewe ushaiokoka wewe mwenyewe, ushaimkubali Yesu na mdomo wako? No, sikuwahi. So out of that, it made me now have that zeal of having Christ and personalizing my salvation. Yeah.
Wow. Let me ask this, because at this particular point, you had not, let me say you had not received Jesus.
Yes.
And I would say like some of the things that you're doing were literally being pushed by the fact that you don't have that self-realization as far as Christ is concerned. Did you lose anything after making that step?
Lose anything after?
Maybe making that step of receiving Christ. There are things that you could do comfortably out of rebellion.
Yes, I lost a lot. I can tell you, Faith, that salvation is a journey where you lose, but utapoteza zile vitu mbaya. Because I lost a lot of friends.
Okay.
The friends that used to call me, go and party. But I could say that when God wants to weed, he want to farm, he would weed everything that is unwanted in your life. Nilikuanga na mtu mwenye alikuwa na jina. I had a lot of friends. Walianza kunitoka mmoja mmoja.
Okay.
Because hatukuwa tunaenda popote na wao. They could tell me, Jimo, kuna event mahali fulani. Could tell them, no, I am born again. I could start now sending scriptures to them. I only had, the only friend that I hold even today, it's one, and she's a lady called Kate. And I know she is following us.
I hope she is.
Yeah, she is. So, but I never lost anything. Okay, materialistic things, I never lost anything. But friends and bad companies, I lost them. And I thank God for losing them. Because they were never taking me anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is one thing that made you believe literally I've chosen a different life?
Unajua Faith, ukipoteza hao watu wote, and then you have a team that is there psyching you up, usipotee.
Yeah.
The likes of Honest, Amo. They were telling me, James, you have chosen a good life. Continue with that. So, singeona kama nimepoteza sana. I still had people. And still, I could now see God doing things in my life. Because there is a thing that I've not told you.
Maybe
that before I got saved, I had applied for a particular internship. And mind you, I got it. I did the interview and I was shortlisted. After that one, it was an internship program to Europe, a state called Denmark. So I had applied and I got it. And after getting it, I started the process. Passport application, visa application, English exam, and I could pass well in everything that we were doing. So from English exam, from a British Council exam, I went to visa application.
Yeah.
Now from there, nilingoja visa until time nimeokoka. That is when it came.
Wow.
So I can tell you, God can hold some things until he attain a certain purpose in your life.
Yeah.
Until he fulfills something that he wants, so that he can glorify himself.
Sure.
Hiyo time yote mi nilingoja mpaka nikasema we na ni kweli, I am not born again. Until the time that I received Christ. We really prayed. I prayed faith I never used to pray. At any single time unganipata nikiomba. But hiyo kitu ilinifanya niombe. And I thank God for it, because it prepared me to even have prayers, even Bible studies at our home. I know my sister is following me, is following us, our live, that she used to tell us to ingie kwa Bible studies, tuombe Jimmy, tumuombe apate visa. So it became now a family thing. You get it? So out of that, maybe I wasn't the only person who was converted to Christ, to be a believer and a truly believer. But even my sister, the kids at home, the people around us, walianza kukua, we have to pray. And maybe at some point ilitusaidia sisi wote.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm really loving this, James, because, and I love the point that you have ended with, that it no longer became just about you. You know, we're not just here to narrate a story, but we are here to speak to someone. And he says it was not just about you.
Sure.
And I want to pose a question to our friends and them that are following us. That decision that you need to take tonight or this season, it is not about you. And the question is, them that are depending on it, how long do they need to wait? How long do they need to wait as you gamble around? Do I get to pick Jesus or drop Jesus? Do I have to walk right or go perverse and all that thing? Do I need to take the bold step of believing that it is the Lord who is holding my life? I wonder, how long will people wait for you? How long will people, how much are you going to stand there and watch people getting wasted? And it only depends on that decision that you need to take. And it's really amazing. May God bless you. I can see, of course, Charity, I saw you following us. I saw Dan Minor following us. And I want to believe that we are getting blessed. I'm so much inspired by your story, because it is on a rare case you'll find a Gen Z boldly speaking of their journey with God. I don't know, we have that mentality of it's because I'm coming from a good family. It is because I'm coming from a background that is well off and all that thing. I have supportive people. I don't know, have you suffered probably things that in as much as your parents have been there, it could not have taken them? And maybe you can speak it to someone. You have parents, you literally know this is my father and my mother's responsibility, but it only took the hand of God.
Sure.
Yeah.
It reached a point whereby mtu hujiita mkutano. You just consolidate yourself and you say that my parents have this, and they have this. But ask yourself, how many are you in your family? Kwa sababu you can be having a doctor in the family,
sure,
lakini he cannot be able to accommodate all of you to maybe what you want. Unaweza pata maybe you have money in your family,
yeah, sure,
but hiyo pesa si yako. It belongs to your dad. He still has his own project. So at times inafikanga place you have to call yourself in a meeting, and then ujiambie, what kind of a life do I want to lead? Where do I want to go?
Yeah.
If you have those kind of questions, you'll make it in this life. Yeah.
Wow. And when you're pursuing whatever you're pursuing in, I know you've had a good backup of people who really care about you and
sure,
who are concerned about your destiny. But what have been that inner thing that have been pushing you to the man of your purpose?
I've told you I had a lot of can I call it pride?
Yes, please.
Had a lot of pride.
Wow.
And I was really notorious. Those people who come from Chuka University can tell you that you couldn't have told Jemo anything. He really believed in whatever he was saying. But at least after now, when I came to my own realization, I had something, the inner me, telling me that this is not the life that I called you for. This is not the life that I called you for. You can take an example that I had to hide myself for 5 good days. Others wanaendelea na masomo, mimi nimejificha because of something that I did. And I could tell myself, kama ningekuwa na Mungu wakati ule, could have learned on how to solve things amicably, bila hata kuinvolve maandamano and what have you. I could have that. Nilikuwa nakuwa na hiyo guilt. Yeah, someone is crying somewhere because of you. If you had God, something could have served differently. Until that particular thing came into my mind. That is where I thought of maybe having a bold step and receiving Christ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It comes a time, Faith, whereby you really need to have umefanya makosa kidogo, so that thing will haunt you until ufike place yenye you have to make a decision that ni wewe, hata kama si wewe unataka, there is that thing, inner spirit telling you that Faith, ulifanya vibaya. Unaona vizuri, you have to come uambie Mungu akusamehe. Yeah.
Wow. And of course, I thank God. I can see Kitavi. Wakili, thank you so much. Favored Minor tuned in. David Praise, thank you so much. Charity Waroi, thank you so much. Mosheru Sam and also Dan Minor, thank you so much for every one of you that is tuned in. I don't know whether this story is blessing you. I don't know whether you are feeling motivated. And of course, I'm speaking to this person who you sometimes look around and you think that your help is from men that are around you. You need to understand that in this journey of life, as long as it is God who is writing your story, and that is what I'm getting even to understand from his story. Sometimes you may have what it takes as far as the mind of people is concerned. The word says that our minds are not like the mind of God. And sometimes you may look at situations and define your destiny based on where you are standing. But the question is, there were challenges in when you were starting. There are challenges when you're going through the process. Or rather, do you think that when God was making you, or when God had destined you to exist, he did not have these things factored in? You need to understand all of that. Whatever the situation, God had factored it in. And of course, it is because he had a business to carry you through it and make you a conqueror out of it. I'm really blessed by your story. And of course, it is such an encouragement even to hear what you've gone through, probably
Sure.
in the days of your ignorance, when you didn't think that you may need God. Because as a matter of fact, I'm speaking here and I'm asking questions on behalf of our viewers. There comes that time during the days of our ignorance. And some of the steps and choices we make in life, literally it is far from what God would have desired of us. And at times we lose the track, at times we lose the connection with our God, at times we disconnect with our destinies. But we have you who probably have gone through that journey of, you did not realize Christ, but God have carried you through the process and you have come to a place of your realization. I want you to speak to someone who probably even now they are not right with Christ, and they might be feeling that maybe it is way too late for them. They are not certain of their purpose, and they might be in that particular place where they are just comfortable with them that they are, but minus Jesus. What can you tell them?
Okay, I will start my statement at this particular point, that it is up to you to ask yourself some questions. That is this salvation mine? Is it my own salvation, or is it salvation that I received? You know what the mistake that we make, Faith, unapata most of us tulipelekwa tu kanisa, tukajipata huko, and sisi tunashinda tu tukisema that si mimi nimeokoka, sinaendanga kanisa. What else can I? Let me tell you one thing. unajua when you are in church and when you truly believe in God, you can even save a lot of things. Because I can tell you, there was a time that I used to pay for numerous mogidis, pay some 3,500 like to attend to numerous events. Unapata nimepoteza a lot of money because of worldly things.
Yeah.
But right now it comes a time whereby ninaenda kufanya kitu najiuliza, is this thing godly?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
it godly? What will, when people will see me doing it, what will they say? You get? So at that particular point, you'll be judging yourself according to whatever you're doing. And after that, ndio utajiambia, am I truly in the right trajectory? Am I headed somewhere? And from that, ndio utakuja kuona if you truly have taken Christ to be the leader, anakulead. Na kama hujamchukua, juu most of the youths unapatanga, they are not born again. Umejiindulge in maybe activities that are not even worthy, activities that are wanting. Unapata hata mtu mwenye atakupata hapo hivyo, they'll be in prejudice telling you that huyu kweli ni Mkristo. Unaona? So if you take that step and you personalize your salvation, that is a starting point. That juu mimi nimeokoka, there are some things that sitafanya. Juu mimi nimeokoka, lakini si juu mzazi wangu alinileta kanisa. Some of us unapatanga hata kuna mtu anakasirika juu mzazi anamwambia tuende church. Wako tuende church. Mama, leo sisikii kuenda because it is not yours. When it will be yours, utakuwa ni wewe mwenyewe utajisai kukua kwa nyumba. I have to be in church by 7:30. I have to be there. Yeah.
If you're given a chance to advise your 40 years you, what would you tell him?
My 40 years me, I could still tell them that in God, everything is possible, first of all. And until it is until you follow God's plan on your life, ndio utakuja kusucceed. Because let me tell you, Faith, if at all I never listened to that inner me, telling me that, James, whatever you are doing, it is not godly. James, whatever track you're following, it is not leading you to anywhere. Until that time, saizi bado ningekuwa nimepotea. I couldn't be here. Ningekuwa nimepoteza a lot of things that I had. And I can still tell them that in God, everything is possible. Good things are in God. Kwa sababu, I got my visa as soon as I received Christ. Most of the people wali rejectiwa. But ask yourself, what was that special that made mine to be accepted? It doesn't matter. Whatever you're passing through in this life, God has a solution. Hata wewe mwenye uko 40, don't take it as if you're too late to receive God. Ukimpokea Yesu, si ati ni malaika wawili juu uko 40 watakuja kucelebrate. Activities in heaven, zote zitasimama juu ya one soul. Yeah.
Wow, you know, I'm asking that because someone might be watching you and they're at that age probably, and they feel like, and I think I've lost too much to care about anything. I think I have missed so many seasons to care about any right now. But of course, there comes that time when you need to tell them there's a lot of life.
Sure.
There's a lot of hope. There's still a reason for you to step up. There was someone on Sunday, step up. Don't hide yourself in the tents of your yesterday.
Sure.
There's still a room for you to step up and become that what you're called to be. And it's really it's really amazing.
Sure.
And I thank God for you. What can you tell, or rather what can you say about your God this far? We are in miles with God, and of course it is a journey with God.
Sure.
How can you define your God this far?
He has been a faithful God.
Yes.
Because of the things that I've seen and I've witnessed his doings. Because I can tell you, it is not any office that you go and you are accepted.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, when I received Christ, I could call someone, hata nimwambie, I'm going through 1, 2, 3. People could accept me the way I was. There are a lot of things that I have not shared, but I believe that whatever I have witnessed, I can truly say that there is God in heaven. Because nobody could have said that the Mitre West could have raised someone to even travel abroad, to even go and work outside country. I couldn't. ungenikuta nikiwa Chuka, me could tell you my life in Kenya, not my life away from or outside Kenya. So I can just tell them that there is God in heaven, God who does. And he is very faithful to those people who are faithful to him. If at all you are not faithful to God, utapitia machungu. It doesn't mean that kwa sababu sisi tuko kwa Mungu, hatupitii magumu. We still are passing, but he is guiding us. That serves the difference. Yeah.
Wow, this is really, really amazing, and I bless the Lord. And one thing I'm getting to learn from you is that there is nothing that God will not do, literally. And many other times we have drawn our own graphs. But I love the way that sometimes God will just rearrange everything about our minds, about our expectations, just to set his standards and to prove himself, his majesty in our processes. And of course, I want to know, have there come certain times when you felt like, I know you might be long, you might not be that long in your salvation, and the short or the long, we can say it is. Are there moments that you have felt like, I made the wrong choice, or I'm doubting in this salvation, or I don't think this is what I really wanted?
As at this far, I can't really say there is. Because Mzungu alisema, show me your friends.
And I'll tell who you are.
And I tell you who you are. Because the moment I decided to take this particular pace, there are friends, there are things that I kept off from. There are friends that we parted ways. And I decided to follow those people that we share the same ideologies, those people that we have the same manifestos. By so doing, they could really motivate me. Sababu, it comes a time whereby you need to learn. Unauliza, kama wewe Fei nakuja na kuuliza, how can I live a life that Christ led? What can I do to be in that particular way? There are people who challenged me. They were telling me, Jemo, you can do it. Twende. I remember there is a time that we went to Jikaze on a mission. A person who have never took microphone to confess God.
Yeah, was he was our interpreter.
Was the interpreter. Now you can tell.
I remember he interpreted for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you can tell. From that, there are a lot of things that God can... Okay, I really took it. Unganiuliza before doing it. I could tell you that it is nearly impossible. It is nearly. Because mimi singejiona ati nimeshika microphone. Actually, I used to sit in the back bench. Because singetaka hata mahali naonekana sana. But I took that bold step. So I can tell you, so far so good. And when you are in the right place, when you have the right company who are leading you well, you never get lost. You never get bored. Yeah.
Wow.
And Christ is sweet.
I love the positivity.
Sure.
I love the positivity that it can never be a wrong choice. Like choosing Christ can never be a wrong choice.
Sure.
No matter what, it can never be a wrong choice. That does not mean that you're not going to experience some challenges, but it can never be a wrong choice. It is really amazing. And I want to know, like, what are you looking forward to as far as your life, or rather your salvation, is concerned?
I'll just give an example that my sister used to tell me. You know, we've been having some sermons at our home, and Bible studies, 1, 2, having memory verses.
Since you got born again, or since Kitambo?
Since I got born again. So,
how long are you since you got born again?
I'm 1 month old.
This is really
I personalized my salvation. I will not say that getting born again, but personalizing my salvation. I did it in 20th July.
Before ilikuwa ni kawaida tu.
Ilikuwa ni ile culture, yeah, situmeokoka, situme. We walk as a group, but I wanted to walk alone. That I have to make it my own. So that at that particular time, my sister angeniambia, I used to preach at that home. Hata nilikuwa nashindwa hiyo revelation inatoka wapi. And then preaching to them, they could tell me that you are the reverend of the house. You are the reverend of the house.
1 month.
So I see myself, maybe there is something that God has implanted and had a reason for everything. Hata mahali popote nitaenda, mimi the Bible study lazima itakuwa. Hata kama nitakuwa nafanya na wewe Faith na ku video call, we do it, we will be doing it. Because we don't know the plan of God. Maybe anataka kukutumia wewe unifanye mimi nikuwe that reverend that I was said to be. Yeah.
Wow. Kate Katavi anasema I am here. Thank you so much, Kate. And these are the people you go to preach to.
Kate is my friend.
Okay.
She used she knows me very well because we were in the same school, Chuka University. And she can tell you that I called for maandamano.
Wow.
Demonstration.
Back in
now,
school.
The bad me.
Back in school.
Yes.
The bad who you thought you were still born again.
Yes, but
I hope people will come from that kind of a lie. Like, don't just think things are okay because you're comfortable and you're going to church and you're doing all manner of what believers do. There is that moment of getting personal with Christ. How does it feel, getting personal with Christ?
It is wow. Actually, at that particular time, I was a preacher to Kate so that she received her salvation. After I was born again, the first week, you remember there is a time that the facilitator, the minister, asked us a question, how much have you done?
Yes.
Went home and I asked myself, I only have one true friend. I will preach to her until she received this Christ.
Wow, Kate.
She can comment there. I remember it was the time that we had the youth what?
This old school Sunday.
No, not the old school Sunday. The youth something on Saturday.
Youth summit. Yeah,
youth
I remember
summit.
it. Yeah. Oh,
that time.
The Catholic lady.
Sure.
I remember her. Wow. And so you went preached to her?
Yes, I sent her a lot of scriptures. I really did a lot of work in cultivating her to who she is today. Yeah. And I cannot say that it was fruitful having Christ.
Literally it is.
Yeah.
It is. I can see from even what she's writing down. And of course it has been a beautiful thing. Thank you so much. And I'm really enjoying and I'm really enjoying the fact that God has been so gracious.
Sure.
And it is notable. Literally, it is notable. And one thing is that I always tell my guests is this is not the last time you're testifying about the far that God have carried you. Of course, you'll come here again and again and again and again and again to give us your 10 experience in salvation, your 20 experience in salvation.
Sure.
And even as God just leads you, not just academically, but also even in ministries where God will even entrust you with bigger things. And it's really, really, really amazing. I want you to talk to someone. Someone who they are pursuing their dreams and their purpose in life. And they are doing it from a place of background. But now there is this perspective of walking a personal journey with God. There is what I believe my father can do. There is what I believe my mother can do. There is what I believe I got. There is the capacity I think about myself. But now there comes to that place of bringing God on board. Dying to anything that I carry. Dying to everything that I have. And just allowing God to take possession in my life. Whether a high school, someone in campus, and also some of our parents who are, who are also in that particular stage of, I have been made for a certain purpose in life, but it will not take any other but God. Maybe you can speak to someone as we get to the end of the session.
Okay, I would just tell them that the first step is not giving up.
Yeah.
You should never give up. Because I tell you, there is something that our bishop has been saying to us, that when faith is removed, fear is installed.
Sure.
So the moment that you see yourself, you're doubting yourself, that is fear. To me, that is fear. That you're doubting your parents or anyone. Because I can tell you something. My deputy back in Thumaita West used to tell us that it is only education that can make a son of a dying papa. to wine and dine with kings and queens. So it doesn't matter the background that you are in. It doesn't matter the situations of your parents. Tell yourself and say to yourself that there is me who have these parents who are incapable. Yeah. But there is someone who doesn't even have those parents that you have. There is a certain article that I read that there was this particular man who was walking on foot, and he could see a person with a bicycle and really admires the bicycle and say, God, I wish I had this bicycle. There was another person, that same person in bicycle saw a motorcycle and really wished that he could have that particular motorcycle. So it doesn't matter. That article, it is a long article because it follows that trajectory, that from motorcycle to a vehicle, from a vehicle to an aeroplane. Now, it tells you that in this life, hakuna siku utafika a position that you are satisfied with what you have. It is up to you to be contented with what you have. Thank God for that parent that you have that has nothing, because there is that person who doesn't even have that parent and really wishing to have only the parent, not even having something. There is that particular person who is having something but doesn't have peace with the things that he has. So you should ask God to give you that content of saying that I'm contented with what I have. True. And you ask God to lead you through. Yeah.
Amazing. Amo anasema, wow, this is great. Jemo, you are a good inspiration to our generation. Indeed you are. To someone this evening, na amekwambia hiyo mtu wakaunda unplug na namba yake.
Nitakuplug. Nitafuta behind the scene.
You're looking amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope tumesikia and I hope you are encouraged. It's another moment of reminding you, what is that God cannot do? What is that mindset that God cannot change? What is that process that you think God is not able to undo? I know whatever you're going through, miles with God, I only allow us to, or rather I only remind us that your beginning, and I said it when we were starting the show, your existence right now, it is the intentionality of God. You could not have been, the word says that it is in Him that we live, it is in Him that we move, and it is in Him that we have our being. We are nothing minus Him. We are nothing outside Him, and we are nothing without Him. You need to understand that my existence was planned and fashioned of God. Your existence was planned and fashioned of God, and it does not really matter what you're going through. I'll have a story when he's sharing about the family. He is coming from a family that he is the last born, and from where he was standing, so many people were looking forward to, getting what he was getting. But unfortunately, there come at times when as long as God have purposed you to be, it does not really matter the process. As long as your destiny is fashioned of God, doesn't matter how long it's gonna be, doesn't matter how much it's gonna take, but all that matters is that He has it factored out in the process, and as long as it is Him who is carrying you through, you're going to come to the fulfillment of it. I love the Lord this far because He is forever faithful. Even when we think nothing is working, He is only waiting for you to lift up your faith. Just look up to Him and believe that it is only Him who is able to change the situation. I don't know what is that you had thought it is too hard, but I'm here to remind you, our God is a big God. Our God is able. Our God is an enabler. Thank you so much for them that have been tuned in. Thank you for them that are following us on our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook channel. Another moment to remind us, come 3rd of September all the way to 7th, you're going to be having this amazing conference. Yes, I'm speaking of none other but the Mount Up Conference, which is going to be taking place right here in this place, having this amazing grace of God all the way from Uganda, Pastor David Juma. And of course, it has been planned not for any other person but for you and me. It is your season to mount up. It is your season to rise. It is your season to get out of that place that you're in. And of course, God is planning something great. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward for that moment, and God is going to be blessing us. Till we meet again on Monday, I was your host, Faith Mwangi, and I'm looking forward for a bigger and better story. Have a beautiful night. Till we meet again next week. Have a wonderful one.